Diecast collectors, what's going on? So I've done one of these before, but as you might be able to tell, my silver collection has grown a little bit. So let's take a look. We'll start here and we'll work our way around. This is a really nicely executed Hakoska Skyline from M2. I love this release of the car. I love the fact that it doesn't have a spoiler. It's just real simple, real clean looking. Got a Konami Mazda Miata, Earl American Muscle Chevy Camaro. Got a Kyosho Mercedes G-Wagon, Tomica Limited Vintage Nissan Safari, Greenlight Pontiac GTO Judge, Konami Ken Mary, Konami Toyota Celica GT, Greenlight Datsun 510 Bluebird, and then Kyosho Porsche 911 Speedster. So that's the stuff that's off the side of the road. Okay. This one here is a UCC Coffee Nissan GTR. Probably outside of the orange Tomica Limited Vintage GTR, this one here is my favorite. That TLV orange one is the only other 1/64 scale GTR that I've seen that I like better. And I've seen and I've owned a ton of them. I've had Kyosho, I've had TLV, I've had a bunch. And to me, this is the nicest one outside of that TLV. Here we have a Tarmac Works Audi R8. Very nice car. We have an Auto Art Nissan 350Z. Tomica Limited Vintage Nissan Skyline R33 4-door. Beautiful car. Kyosho Maserati Ghibli. I hope I'm saying that right. Tomica Limited Vintage Nissan 260Z Fair Lady 2+2. Kyosho Porsche. Forgot which one this is. 911 GT3. What does it say? 911 RS 993. I was way off. Hey, I've never claimed to know the cars. I just know the diecast. This is, I did forget the year on this. Okay, it's a 91 Ford Mustang 5.0 GT. We have a Ferrari 512 BBI from Kyosho. That one might be my favorite of all of these. Well, I'll tell you my top three. Lotus Esprit Turbo from Kyosho. Hearst Olds from Johnny Lightning. Got another Kyosho Ferrari. Kyosho Mazda Savannah RX-7, second gen. And a 1967 Chevy Impala SS 2-door. So all of these I would consider premium detailed. Most all of them have lens headlights and taillights, although some of them don't. All of these have rubber tires, with the exception of the Auto Art Nissan 350Z. price on these range at retail from, I'd say, $5 to $6, all the way up to probably for Kyosho 15 to 20 at retail. Secondary market, a totally different story for pricing. Some of these cars, like this Mustang, for example, command premiums. The G-Wagon is another one. It's going for high dollars now. Even the Nissan Safari has climbed quite a bit in value since I purchased that 2 years ago. The Greenlight Stock and Customs Impala is a pricey one, more because of the rarity of it. Doesn't really show up. That's not a car you can just hop onto eBay to grab. Most of these you probably could, although you would probably pay a decent amount of money for a lot of it. This one here is another one that's not always on eBay. From time to time it'll show up. I think there is a seller trying to get $220 for one of these. It's not worth anything near that, but it probably is a $60 to $70 car. The TLV R33, still very affordable. I think you can get one of these for around $30, maybe a little bit less. This is probably, the outside of the Greenlight cars, the least expensive of all of these. You should be able to find one of these for under $10. The Tarmac Works aren't too expensive. Obviously, though, like the M2 and the Greenlight, you know, those are going to be the least expensive cars to get. The Konamis and the Kyoshos and the Tomica Limited Vintage are going to be the most expensive. Okay, so my top 3 silver diecast cars in my collection would be these 3 right here. The Mustang, the Z, and the Ferrari. However, if I were to do a top 5, I would have to add the G-Wagon and probably... Oh, it's so tough to decide. These are all so nice. I think I would have to go with the Celica just because I've always had a crush on that car. So those would be my top 5. Number 6 would be the RX-7. And then number 7 would probably be the little Porsche there. Number 8 would be the Maserati, which is new to my collection. Number 9 would be the R33. And then number 10 would probably be the Greenlight 510. That would be my top 10 silver castings in my collection. There's just so many nice ones to choose from, you know? It's like, what do you do? Gotta pick. Silver is a great color. It's a great color for 1 to 64 scale die-cast cars because it really shows the detail. It draws out the detail. It draws out the lines of the cars. And it's just awesome. So I don't want my entire collection to be silver, but if I had to pick one color that all my cars had to be, this would be the color. I think, you know, it was probably a year ago where I made that determination that silver is the best color for cars of this size. And since then, I've kind of favored it, which might be part of why I've acquired so many, but that's okay. I have enough other colors of stuff to keep the palette cleansed, so to speak. But there you go. Silver 1:64 scale premium detailed diecast. And there really should be some Auto World in this video, but I didn't feel like digging them out. But I do have some really nice silver examples. I've got a nice Firebird. Actually, I have a couple of them, first gen and second gen. Got a really nice Impala in there, nice Cuda. So there are some nice Auto World silver castings as well. But anyways, there you go. You all have a great rest of your weekend. I will holler at you at the next diecast video.